Tell us, Miss Locke, what happened between you and Miss Barrington?
Well, like I said, she was my best friend. She was like a sister to me.
And what changed that?
It all started when she met this guy, Rafe. She fell head over heels in love with him.
Go on.
And then he left her. And that's when Allison just sort of snapped.
Snapped?
It's like she became this totally different person who just went her own way.
And you two started to grow apart?
Yeah, I didn't want to. I did everything I could to try and reach her. I was so worried about her.
What exactly worried you?
Lots of things. Like, she was completely obsessed with the past. She kept talking about this great-great-great-grandmother of hers, Rebecca, who was a convicted murderer right here in Port
Objection.
Charles.
Witness is trying to establish a connection that has no bearing on...
Just answer the question that's put to you, Miss Locke.
Sorry.
What else was Allison doing at that time?
Well, she opened a candle shop because that's what Rebecca had done, and she started dabbling in witchcraft because Rebecca did that too.
Objection. Conjecture and relevance.
Your Honor, I'm trying to get to how this plays into the disappearance of the victim. If you will just please bear with me.
Hurry and get to the point, Ms. Jensen.
Miss Locke, tell us how your father, Dr. Collins, ended up being at the defendant's candle shop that fateful night.
Well, as I mentioned, Allison's obsession, especially with all this dark stuff, it had really started to scare me.
So what did you do?
I tried talking to her again, but she wouldn't listen. She was already too far gone. So then I turned to my dad. And it is all my fault he went out there to begin with.
Why would you say that?
He knew how concerned I was. Because of all the dangerous stuff she was fooling with. He wanted to protect me.
And not just you. There had been an incident with a poisoned candle.
Yes. And he was worried that more people were going to get hurt. And the truth is, I think he was even a little afraid for himself going out there that night.
Afraid of Allison?
He knew that she was really disturbed. And he wasn't sure what she was capable of, especially if crossed. And I begged him not to go out there. I pleaded. I even asked him to bring a gun with him.
A gun? You really thought that was necessary?
Well, like I said, she wasn't the person I knew anymore. She was all mixed up in black magic and evil things. I didn't put anything past her.
So he insisted on going out there, unarmed?
Yes.
That's a lie! This is all
Barrington.
lies! What are you doing?
Ms. Reynolds, you will get your client under control.
It's because you killed my father, Allison. Look, Lucy, I'm sorry. I know you don't believe he's dead.
This court will come to order.
But look at what she's doing. The only way even her own lawyer can try and defend her is by pinning the blame on someone else. On you, Lucy.
Livvie, you're wrong.
Please don't fall for her act. She'll do or say anything to get herself off. She is not your friend.
Miss Locke, that
She's a
is
killer.
enough.
Nothing but a cold-blooded killer.
I said that is enough.
If I may approach the bench.
No, you may not. I've heard all I need to. These proceedings are adjourned pending my ruling.
There's gotta be some clue to what I was doing here. Allison.
Be seated. It's always been my belief that an overwhelming amount of evidence is needed to justify the time and expense of a murder trial when no actual body is found. In this case, we have the victim's blood found at the defendant's shop. We have witnesses who've placed him there at the time of his disappearance, and most importantly, motive has been established. All this, in my mind, is more than enough evidence to hold Allison Barrington over for the murder of Kevin Collins.
How can there possibly be overwhelming evidence? Doc is not dead. He's alive, and he's out there waiting for us to find him. I can feel it. I know it.